Hi, welcome back to Bake Sale. This is my BAKELOCKED level 3 cooking pure goth baker who I'd like to have access to the ruins of Camdozel. Unfortunately, this area is locked behind the quest below Ice Mountain, which has a boss that can hit up to 7s. In the last Bake Sale video, I very briefly attempted this boss using Rings of Recoils, but unfortunately, I had to flee very early because I forgot I couldn't drink Guthic's Rest without first doing one small favor. Which brings us back to square one. I would like to give this boss another go, but before I can do that, there's a couple things I need to do first. You already know what it is. We are finishing off our gnome cooking with gnome bowls, starting with the wormhole. So shape a portion of fresh gnome dough into a rough bowl, bake this until it is firm to the touch. Add to the bowl 4 king worms, 2 onions, and a dash of gnome spice. Bake the bowl in the oven once more. To finish the dish, simply add a topping of equa leaves. Worms are especially flavored by gnomes as they purportedly aid virility. And that's back to the frog swamps for me for some more king worms. 37 cooking. So this is what our inventory is looking like to prepare these wormholes. It looks like we can only really fit about 3 because it does take up quite a bit of space, but they do provide 50 experience per wormhole, which is pretty nice. And there we have it. And after a quick bake, of course, to top these off, we just need to throw on a sprig of equa leaves, and there we are as well. 38 cooking, meaning we can churn butter, except we can't. So instead, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off our first inventory of these wormholes. And with wormholes out of the way, we have unlocked the vegetable ball. As with all gnome bowls, throw a bowl of fresh gnome dough into a mold, bake this as usual. Bake this briefly, oh, typo. Add to the bowl 2 onions, 2 potatoes, and a dash of gnome spice. Bake the bowl in the oven once more. To finish, simply top with equa leaves. Vegetable dishes are seen as luxurious food, since of most of gnome history, growing vegetables was harder than finding toads and worms. And once again, in all too common sight, we are completely out of money, but we did get quite a bit of supplies. And at the end of the day, all that really matters is that we have enough ingredients to make a couple inventory of these vegetable balls. And I really have to tell you, I do not get tired of topping off these dishes and just watching that XP rise. It's so fun. And there we are, our first inventory of veg balls. So, referring to our trusty skills list, we can see that the next thing on our list is the tangled toad leg. Unfortunately, we're a couple levels shy, so in the meantime, I think we're going to make some pizzas with these cheese and tomatoes we have. Now, I'm sure you've probably made some pizza before, but have you made it on RuneScape? And if you haven't, you need to know that first you gotta add the tomatoes. The tomatoes are very important to come first. You can't use the cheese until you use the tomatoes. But once you have the tomatoes on the pizza, you can then use the cheese on the tomato paste pizza portion to make the completed uncooked pizza, which then needs cooking on a range. Making pizzas in the tree gnome village. There we have it, our first completed pizza. You know, if this isn't content, I don't know what is. We're over here having a great time, just making our pizzas one by one, watching the number go up and being slightly saddened by each burnt pizza that we see until we reach level 39 cooking, which means we can now make baked potato with butter. And with those pizzas out of the way, we can go right back to making these gnome bowls for 40 cooking, meaning we hit a good milestone of being able to make cakes. Of course, there's no need to worry. We're going to read up on these tangled toad legs, so add to the bowl 4 pairs of toad legs, 2 portions of cheese, 2 sprigs of equa leaves, 2 dashes of gnome spice, 1 bunch of oil berries. Bake the dish in the oven once more prior to serving. Tangled toad legs was a special dish created by Gnome Chef Delee to celebrate the first Healthrog the Great Day. Okay, so that was why I wanted to make the pizza first, because we only have a few cheese left. And because we don't have any money, it looks like we're only going to be able to prepare 2 tangled toad leg bowls for now, but that's okay because I just want to get them finished so we can unlock the last gnome dish. Alright, so I believe all there is left to do is cook them, and yes, just like the toad bodies, these ones bake right out of the mold with no topping. And with cakes also unlocked, what better way to celebrate reaching the level 40 cooking milestone than by baking some cakes? It all sounds so good. Can we just take a second to listen to the music and appreciate the sound of cooking? And that is our first inventory of cakes, along with some goth cakes as well. On my way back to Varrock, I figured I would home teleport to Lumbridge to pick up some eggs for some cakes in the future. So I've been trying to sell this bread for a while now, and looks like, ooh, 100k for some bread. People are so nice. I love it. This is amazing. I'm so happy. 100k for some bread. I literally cannot keep the smile off my face. Like, people are so nice. I love it. I love this game. This community is amazing. So I don't show it, but I do spend a lot of time trying to sell these goods sometimes, and so I'm more than happy of taking a pretty good discount to get them sold, just because no one trades me. I think a lot of people don't know the value that gnome cooking is, but either way, we sold off some goods, so enjoy the gnome cooking, my guy. And it looks like we have a trade for the last bit of our botas for 4k. I really just want to get this moved so that we can get back to cooking. And oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff being dropped right now. Okay, well, we got 4k. We sold off all of our gnome cooking. Thank you very much. Oh my gosh, I love that he's confused, because like those can actually go for like 30k. And of course, the 100k that we do not deserve is going to go straight into platinum tokens, because it will be used for fashionscape in the future. So I'm just going to go ahead and store all this up again, and we will continue. So yep, it happened again. I was just trying to sell some red berry pies, and someone, I guess, wanted to give me 50k, so I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. So with some of the cash, I went ahead and got another glory, because our glory is out, and of course I put that 50k into platinum tokens, because again, it was overpaid. We did not deserve quite that high of a price, and I don't want that to affect the central plot. So I'm going to go ahead and sell back off the amulet of glory that we used up, and invest a little bit more in some teleports, just so we can get around them. Oh my gosh, I cannot spell. What am I doing? Just so we can get around the map a little bit faster. So yeah, we got some Camelot teleports in the Civitas Illis. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but we got these teleports too, so we can get over there faster. And we are back once again to risk it all through the Edgeville lever in order to get back to the Tream Gnome Village as fast as humanly possible. Will we die in the process? And we live to see another day. Back to baking botas for 41 cooking, which means we can now make baked potatoes with chili con carne, which is another unlock on our list. I swear, getting books of knowledge absolutely will never get old. Of course, we're gonna throw it on to cooking for nice 615 XP. And we finally reached 42 cooking, meaning we can make those chocolate bombs we've been putting off. And gamers, I have to tell you, this is the last unlock for gnome cooking. Let's go ahead and read into what we need to make these chocolate bombs. So need a bowl of Diani dough into a gnome bowl. Bake this briefly. Delicately add 4 bars of chocolate to the bowl and top with 1 sprig of echo leaves. Bake the bowl in the oven to melt the chocolate. Then mix in 2 big dollops of cream and finally sprinkle chocolate dust all over it. Chocolate is a relatively recent cooking ingredient for gnomes, having been imported from human lands. This is what our inventory is looking like. Pretty nice and organized. We can make about 4 at a time, so I'm going to go ahead and prepare all of these chocolate bombs. Nice 50 XP drop, and there it is. And we have our first inventory of 7, which we just need to top off with some pots of cream and some chocolate dust, and this looks very nice. These actually look pretty tasty compared to other treats. And there we are, our gnome cooking is finished, and we even completed an achievement. Nice. XP for these are actually pretty good, and we have reached 43 cooking. So I'm continuing baking because we're going to need 45 cooking to make some meat pizzas, which I'll explain why in just one moment. But in the meantime, we have reached 44 cooking. And there is the last cheese and tomato bata for us to finally reach 45 cooking, meaning we can make those meat pie pizzas I mean, that we were talking about. And we are back once again selling these botas in a bake sale for an actual earned 300k, so thank you very much for the good deal there. And I forgot to sell off the toad crunchies, which should actually go for a pretty decent price. Alright, so apparently the same guy wants to give me a gift, either a cash or a mystery gift. So, I mean, of course, I have to go with the mystery gift, and it looks like it's going to be some caskets, so I guess let's see what we get in these mystery gifts. Alright, let's go ahead and start opening them. A ruby, sapphire, some gold, sapphire, and the last casket, we get another sapphire. I mean, can't really complain. free mystery gift. So I'm still trying to sell these toad crunchies, and I've been kind of chatting with this guy. He's asking me what I got from the casket. So we got some sapphires and rubies, as well as like 650 GP, I think it was. It looks like he just wants to give me some things, and there's a bone club, which is kind of interesting, as well as 10k. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. That'll be nice to go towards the fashionscape, which we definitely need. And yeah, you always have to take the mystery gift. He was saying that I should have taken the coins, but you gotta take the mystery gift because you never know what it's gonna be until you get it. So this bone club actually looks kind of cool. I don't think it like fits anything that I'm trying to go for, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I think I'm just gonna sell it though, because I don't really see a reason to keep it. But yeah, in my case it wasn't worth it, but you gotta take the mystery gift. I'm just gonna, yeah, you know, he's right. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unnote those platinum tokens into my normal cash stack, because we're gonna be spending a lot of our earned cash stack in investing in the fashionscape as well, because I really want this black wizard hat G. I'm tired of having like the incomplete set. It just looks kind of strange to me. So yay, we finally have our full wizard set G. I am so happy for that. It looks like we may finally sell off the toad crunchies. Okay, I mean, I'll give a person a good deal, but I just can't. That's just too low. I spent too much effort in making these toad crunchies. Even if I'm trying to move them, that's too low. I'm sorry, my guy. Like, I can't do that. Oh, I told him 40k min, and he's back trading me some stuff. Again, it's just, I can't. It's just too low. It's too low, and it's stuff I would have to sell it. It's just not worth the trouble. Okay, 37441. You know what? I can respect the hustle for it. It's under what I asked for. This guy knows how to bargain. He knows he's getting a good deal. I'll take it. It'll help me get out of here and back to bacon very much faster. So thank you very much, my guy. And now that we once again have a little bit of spending cash, we can invest it in some stuff that we will need to get ingredients for our cooking. We will need these super anti-poisons in the future. Always good to have. I want to get some ceredomin brews, but that's so expensive. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I really would like to have some overkill foods to be able to fight, but I don't know. I really wish I could have used these Gothic stress. They're so much cheaper and so much better for me, but yeah, I'm just gonna have to sell them back off. And do I get a ceredomin brew? I don't know. I'm gonna think about it for a second. In the meantime, I am definitely going to need these cakes for that boss fight. They're gonna be our best food. So I was hoping to get a level here, but I burnt one, so I don't think we're gonna get it just quite there, but I think we have enough cakes to try out the boss again. Alright, so I thought about it, and we are gonna get a couple of ceredomin brews, just kind of like as a little insurance policy, and to help me out when we start the fight, just so I don't get like stacked out trying to like get in the hang of things, so to speak, because I haven't actually done this before. I've used recoil to help me kill and like tick eat on a pure, but I've never really done it on a level 3 against someone who can like hit me 2 times and kill me. But yeah, we're gonna also get these Firewatch shoes if they'll actually let me buy. I think I might just have to let them buy over time because they're just not going through. And yeah, we are investing our kind of like earned quote-unquote cash stack to try to get these shoes, and hopefully they'll buy in the future. So you don't really realize how much you forget after you unlock it, but I can't use those because I need to do a quest as well. Alright, my home teleport was up again, so I figured I'd come back and get some eggs because we did end up using a lot, and I need to set a bank pin. And that's why I was saying we needed 45 cooking so that we could make and unlock these meat pizzas, because we're going to need it for the boss. So I know I just said that we're going to need those meat pizzas, but I really don't want to make them. And the boss only hits for 7, and plain pizzas actually heal for 7, so they'll be perfect if the boss max hits me. Alright, so here we go. We have our ring of recoil. I'm just going to over heal before I enter, just so I don't do something super silly, and I'm just gonna stand here and let the boss hit me. Now each time the boss hits me, it's gonna take 1 damage due to the ring of recoil that I have on, and so my strategy is basically just to stand here until the boss essentially kills itself. So we're getting close to the end. I did end up using both the ceredomin views just to be comfortable. I probably could have saved them, But yeah, now that I've gotten the hang of things, I'm not too worried. And yeah, each time the boss hits me for high, I'm just eating a pizza because it will heal me to max, and when it hits me lower, I will eat a cake because it heals me for 4. So each time I take 4 damage, I just eat a cake, and when I take 7, I eat the pizza. And that's pretty much just how things are going right now, and I'm just gonna keep on doing this until the boss is dead. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Oh, that scared me for a second. I wasn't sure if it was gonna like delay on clicking or something, and that has never actually happened to me before while I'm playing the game, so that's very weird that they gave me an update. Apple's trying to kill me. But yeah, we survived, and looks like we have beaten the boss, so we can now access the runes that we've been working towards all this time and hopefully get the clay. And there it is, we have officially beaten the quest below Ice Mountains and have access to the runes of Camdos. And with that all out of the way, we can finally enact the plan to beat these awakened flawed golems in order to get our clay. So I will see you in a second. Alright, so here we have our first flawed golem killed, and it drops nothing. So I know these flawed golems have a mechanic that if you walk too far away, you can't get loot. So I'm hoping that I can still just like kill them and they will drop something. Worst case scenario, they don't. They do have the possibility of dropping nothing. So hopefully it was just that they just dropped nothing that one. And nothing again. This is not looking good. Okay, I'm still hopeful that we can get it, so I'm killing more, and again, nothing. Okay, I guess I'll just go for 6. So the drop rate for the clay is 6, so I'm hoping that, like, maybe I'm just getting super unlucky or something, and I can get the golem to actually drop something. Oh no, this is not looking good. Oh, we did all that work. Alright, golem number 5, please just drop the clay. We've worked so hard for this. We had to do sheep herder just to get here. Please. Nothing. Okay, this is not looking very promising. I already know that this is not going to drop it, but I just want to be absolutely sure. I moved on to eating potatoes just because they're easier to make and a lot faster. Will it drop the clay? Just die already. Okay, there we go. And of course, nothing. So I did hop on my other account just to quickly kill them to make sure. I actually got clay the very first kill on my other account, so yeah, it looks like I can't do it. So yeah, once again, we are at a miss for some clay for some mud pies. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get some butter for baked potato unlocks. This is the only place that I could find where I could get it, so hopefully I don't die. Whew, that's a relief. I have never actually been over here, so I didn't know if it was dangerous, but there we go. We now have our pat of butter, meaning we can make our buttered baked potatoes. And I think I need a knife for this. I'm not actually really sure, but I just went ahead and got a knife so we can make these baked potatoes with butter. And there we go. We now have a couple of those completed. So another way that I might be able to do this is by killing imps. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cursed goblin hammer because it makes it so I can only splash when I hit with melee, so I can aggro the imp and try to kill it with these rings of recoil. And unfortunately this is also impossible because imps can only hit zeros. So yeah. What is happening? I just got invited to join a gang, but a bread gang? I don't know what this is. Like, I make a lot of bread. It's a clan for bread lovers. Alright, yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense. Oh, also my boots bot. That's really awesome. Yeah, I mean, I make a lot of bread. I only bake anyway, so I think this is actually oddly a very good fit for me. What is going on? This is so silly. Their currency is baked bread. That's so fun. I make a lot of bread. Yeah, I do that, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Also, yeah, we got our boots, so we have a pretty nice fit going. I actually really like how this looks. That's all for this episode of Bake Sale, so be sure to subscribe and like to find out what happens in the next video with this clan of bread.